break a little bit early today. It depends. Awaiting word on something. Okay, I mean, I don't. We can go ahead and get the jury then.
Oh, it's Mr. Wright, he's not here.
Okay, well, all right, Mr. Sledge, you're comfortable? We'll I guess try to get word to Mr. Wright, although he should have heard the 12:45 time. If you need him while you're testifying, just let me know. But in the meantime, are you comfortable just getting restarted without him? Is that all
Yes,
right? Okay. All right, let's get the jury. And somebody try to get, there he is.
Hey.
No problem. We've got everybody now. All right. Lev, you can resume.
Thank you, Judge. Your Honor, would the court inquire whether everyone on the far side of the courtroom can hear me using the phone?
Can y'all hear her? Maybe hold it a little closer.
There's your answer.
Hello?
She wants to know if we can hear her.
No?
I can't hear y'all either. You can, all right, Mr. Harvey can hear you then.
Thank you,
We're
Judge.
good.
Thank you. Thank you, Judge. Good afternoon, Mr. Sledge.
Good afternoon, Ms. Love.
All right. Mr. Sledge, looking back at State's 444 Yankee, am I correct that you acknowledged number 10 on page 4 of 7 as true?
Yes.
So how was it that you knew that on January 10th, 2015, after the murder of Donovan Thomas Jr., YSL Associates traveled to Miami, Florida with co-defendant and YSL founder Jeffrey Williams, aka Young Thug? Tell the jury how you know that, please.
Because I knew he had a show for the next day and they was leaving that night. I just didn't go.
How were you familiar that he had a show the next day?
By talking to him. He invited me to the show and a video shoot. I didn't go
What made you not go?
because I was gonna stay in the city to protect my family because I was falsely accused of something I didn't commit.
Now, when you say falsely accused, on January the 10th, 2015, to your knowledge, had warrants been taken out for your arrest for Donovan Thomas's murder?
No, the street said it. So I wasn't gonna leave my kids and my family here knowing that if I supposedly did something, they probably would have tried to harm my family. And I'd do anything necessary to protect my family.
Understood.
What if it sent me to prison for the rest of my life?
How did you find out the streets were saying that you murdered Donovan Thomas Jr.?
I received fake DMs from fake page. Well, I received DMs from fake pages.
And what did the DMs, tell the jury about some of the DMs from fake pages that you received?
It stated that me and Kenny Copeland just killed Nut.
And what was it, just saying that? Just Sledge and or Mounk, Tounk and Woody just killed Nut?
Yes.
Who was the page allegedly from? You
I
said
don't
fake
know.
pages.
It was a fake page, so it's a fake account. You wouldn't know who it is. I don't even remember the name on the account.
Did they call themselves Death to Snakes, Slimes, or something to that effect?
I don't know. I don't remember. I don't recall.
Do you recall how many of those fake DMs you got?
I received them over years. Even once they dismissed it on me, I still will receive them.
Were you and Kenneth Copeland the only persons that were accused in those fake DMs of murdering Donovan Thomas?
Okay.
Your Honor, I'm not offering.
How about as to his personal knowledge?
Thank you. To your knowledge, within the DMs that you received, within those DMs, were you and Kenneth Copeland the only people accused or alleged by some unknown people to have been responsible for that murder?
Yes, on January the 10th.
And when you say on January 10th, you mean that on that day only, you and he were accused?
Yes.
Did anyone within those DMs allege or assert anything regarding YSL as a group?
No, they never said YSL in the DM.
Okay. Did, when you referenced for years you got them, at any point did YSL show up in the DMs that you got accusing you of Donovan Thomas's murder?
Yeah, probably over the years.
Okay. Do you know how many of those you got?
I can't recall. It was so many of them.
Okay. What did you do when you got those DMs? Did you take any action in particular?
I didn't even respond because I knew it wasn't true.
Did you share it with anybody?
No.
And when you say you knew it wasn't true, is that only as to your participation in the murder?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Now, were you working as head of security with Defendant Williams' label on January 10th, 2015?
No, I don't even think he was doing shows, but I wasn't going. I don't think he was doing shows, and I think I never went to the shows because I had a responsibility every day to get my kids to school.
Okay. So when were you working as head of security and didn't have to get your kids to school?
When we went on tour and other transportation was provided, I was able to go on tour with him.
And when was that?
I don't remember exactly the day the tour was.
I don't need specific dates. Can you tell the jury the
It was
year?
2015.
All right. Can you tell the jury whether it was summer, winter, spring, or fall in 2015?
I don't remember.
Was it after the murder of Donovan Thomas?
The tour was.
All right. Was that the first, second, third, or some other number tour that you went on with Jeffrey Williams?
I think that was the first tour.
Is that the tour you referred to yesterday?
Yes, the rodeo tour.
Yes. And
Yes.
was that the tour that involved Travis Scott?
Yes.
Do you have any idea what month that tour began?
No, I don't.
Did you work from the beginning of that tour until the end of that tour?
No, I think we got sent home for some stupidity.
All right. Did you work at the beginning of that tour?
Yes.
All right. Do you remember where the first show was?
No.
All right. Do you remember generally the month that the first show was?
No.
Are you able to say, however, based on what you just said, that whatever it was after the murder of Donovan Thomas?
Yes.
All right. Are you familiar with a person named Kelvin Treadwell who answers to the name O.G. Bentley?
Yes.
How do you know Kelvin Treadwell?
Around Atlanta?
How long have you known him?
I can't recall how long I've been knowing.
Has it been as long as you've known Defendant Williams?
No.
Has it been longer?
shorter.
All right. Did you know him in 2015?
Yes.
Did you know him in 2014?
I'm not, I think so.
Do
I
you-
think so.
Do you remember how you met?
Shooting the basketball in Cleveland Avenue Park.
All right. To your knowledge, at the time you met OG Bentley, was he YSL?
I don't know what Bentley was claiming.
But at that time that you met him, were you still claiming YSL?
Yes.
All right. To your knowledge, did Bentley ever work for YSL as a road manager or in any other capacity? Your knowledge.
I think so.
When?
It was 2015.
Now, when you say it was 2015, why do you say it the way that you did? Was it certainly no other time than 2015?
I just said it was 2015, Ms. Mounk.
Was it only
What way I
2015?
said it? Did I ain't say it no way, but it was 2015.
Okay. Was it only 2015?
I don't know. I wasn't around Bentley every time that they went on shows and stuff.
Were you around Defendant Williams every time they went on shows as head of security?
No, only when I went.
When did you not go besides when Donovan Thomas got killed?
It's a couple of times, man. I probably been on the tour, but there's a lot of shows that I didn't go to.
All right. How many shows did you go to? Do you remember?
I don't recall. There was so many I don't recall.
During the time that you were working as head of security and touring with Defendant Williams in 2015, to your knowledge, did OG Bentley work for YSL?
Could you repeat your question?
To your knowledge, did OG Bentley work with YSL during the time that you were touring and working as head of security with Defendant Williams in 2015?
I seen working like carrying bags, helping with the clothes, push the luggage in and stuff like that.
Besides carrying bags, working with the clothes, pushing luggage in, did you ever see or do you know whether OG Bentley worked in any other capacity for Defendant Williams during 2015?
I don't recall.
Did you ever interact with OG Bentley while working as head of security with YSL?
Yeah, we talked. We did what we supposed to been doing. Yeah, we talked.
Did he ever do anything that you were aware of besides carrying bags, working with luggage, and pushing around clothes?
I don't really recall.
Did you ever use him as part of the security for YSL?
No.
Okay. So, are you familiar with Chamel drinks?
I don't actually know Chamel drinks.
Are you familiar with the name Chamel drinks?
Yeah, by y'all putting it on the indictment.
Is the time or day you saw the indictment the first time you had ever in life heard of or knew about Chamel drinks?
I had seen it, but I didn't know his name was Chamel drinks.
What did you know him as?
They called him Nut, I guess.
When did you first learn of, and I will call him the other Nut, when did you first learn about that particular person, Chamel Drinks, whom you knew as Nut?
I probably seen him at the park on the basketball court a couple of times with somebody I know.
What park?
Captain Home Park.
Did you ever see him at Cleveland Avenue Park?
No.
You said it emphatically. Why did you say it that emphatically and chuckle?
I just said no.
Okay. Would you ever have expected to see him at Cleveland Avenue Park?
I wouldn't expect no one that not all right with us to be in the same area we in.
By us, you
Well,
mean
not
YSL?
friends. Friends with me and Jeffrey Williams to be in the same, and other guys who be on Cleveland Avenue. They're not friends with us to be in the same area we be in.
Why?
We're not friends. Everybody have their own neutral friends.
So would Cleveland Avenue Park be a place you described as a place where YSL hung out, but not other people who weren't friends with YSL?
True.
Okay. What all did you do at Cleveland Avenue Park with YSL?
I already answered that question ago.
I'm talking about after 2012.
The same thing. We played basketball. They had days at the park.
What kind of days at the park?
They had Cleveland Avenue Day. Everybody in the city of Atlanta have a day.
Okay. When you say everyone in the city of Atlanta, what do you mean?
Zone 1, West Side, East Side, whatever you want to say, everybody have their own day.
What
they call it.
happened?
It's a reunion.
All right. What happened at the reunion at Cleveland Avenue Park on Cleveland Avenue Day?
You barbecue, you play music.
And who all attended?
A lot of people, I can't tell you.
Did anyone attend that wasn't associated with or affiliated with or considered a friend of YSL?
It's a day, anybody come.
So even people that you considered opposition would show up at Cleveland Avenue Park?
You saying opposition. You got to explain that to me.
All right. Thank you for that. Were there groups that you personally considered opposition to YSL?
What is an opposition to?
When you and I spoke earlier today about the meeting with Lieutenant Lansco, your lawyer, and me outside of Fulton County, did you tell me what you understood opposition to be?
I don't recall that.
Okay. As you sit here today, have you ever used or posted about ops?
Yes.
What did you mean when you posted about ops?
I feel like ops is a person I don't hang with.
And what does ops stand for?
I don't know.
Well, why do you use it?
It's a slang word in the street that everybody uses.
Is it short for opposition?
Maybe.
For you personally?
I guess.
So understanding that, were there any particular groups that you considered ops as it related to YSL? People who y'all were not friends with?
I guess, Ms. Love.
Bless you. Say that again.
I said, I guess.
And who were those people? What groups were they?
I can't name. I can't name who that didn't like YSL because I wouldn't know that. I wouldn't know if you like. It looked like to me you don't like them. That's what I'm saying. So I can't answer that question for you.
I'm asking for
But you asked another question.
Who is it that you consider to be ops of YSL starting in 2015?
I don't know.
Did you consider If Gang ops for YSL?
I guess.
Why?
Because they didn't like certain people that was around us. I guess.
Other than the April 28th, 2015 drive-by, do you know of other conflicts, physical conflicts with If Gang members, between If Gang and YSL members?
What, a fight?
Fights, shootings, stabbings, anything?
I don't know nothing about no shootings. I know about a fight.
Any kind of conflict?
A fight.
What fight?
I guess when they jumped on Copeland.
When was that?
I don't know what day that was.
Do you remember what month it was?
No.
Was it before or after Donovan Thomas was murdered?
Probably after.
Where did it occur?
Club Crucial.
Were you there?
I don't recall if I was there or not, but I heard about it.
All right.
I don't recall if I was there or not.
What do you remember happening around that time?
What you mean? Gotta be more specific.
What is it that, to your knowledge, occurred? You said that that was a conflict with ops and YSL.
Uh,
I'm going to overrule that.
could
You
you
may,
repeat it?
you may answer. What is it that you know about that conflict between ops and YSL as it related to Copeland?
I just know Copeland got jumped on.
By whom?
I think it's in under 801.
Your Honor, may I be allowed to ask another question?
All right, she's just going to ask another question. Go ahead.
Did you talk about Copeland getting jumped with other members of YSL?
No, I heard it in the street, Miller.
When you say in the streets, what do you mean?
Like people around Atlanta was talking about it.
What type of people? Like random people in a restaurant?
Regular people, females, all type of people. Whoever seen it, females and stuff like that in the club.
And did you ever talk about it with Copeland?
I don't remember if Copeland ever mentioned to me, but I think he did.
And in the context of your conversation with Copeland, what information was shared between you?
He said they were trying to take his money. Oh,
Yes.
Assuming facts not in evidence, he has not affirmatively stated that he had a conversation with Mr. Copeland about it, so it's inappropriate to ask what the contents of that conversation was.
Well, he was about to say he said, so
He-
I think it was, but why don't you clarify that, Miss Love?
What did Copeland tell you happened?
I think they were trying to take his money out of his pocket. I don't know. I wasn't there. I just
Understand
what
that
he
you weren't
said.
there.
He just said they tried to take his money.
Okay. And who did Copeland tell you tried to take his money?
He didn't specific say any name to me.
Did he indicate whether it was If Gang or another group?
He actually said, I think he said it was if guy. I'm not for sure.
Did he expect or want you to do anything as a result of that?
No, he never asked me to do anything.
Did he talk about who was with him
No,
when he got jumped?
he never mentioned anyone who was with him that night in the club.
Did he talk about anybody coming to his rescue?
Not that I know of.
Did he mention Bloody J?
No, because I think I'm not sure if he mentioned Bloody J or not.
What did you start to say? I think after he what?
Because he left the club after he got jumped on, so I don't recall him mentioning Bloody J.
Are you aware of what YSL members, if any, were with him at the time that happened?
I don't know who was with him, what was with him.
Did you ever speak with Yak about that night?
No,
Did you ever speak with Lil D Garlington about that night?
no.
Other than when Copeland and Garlington got jumped on, are you aware of any other conflict between YSL and If Gang?
Not to my knowledge.
And as you speak of to your knowledge, are you speaking of things that you personally saw? Are you confining your knowledge to things that you personally saw?
Yes.
All right. Were any other conflicts discussed among YSL members with you?
No.
Are you familiar with or aware of whether, following Donovan Thomas's murder, defendant William's stepfather's house got shot up?
No, I didn't know that.
Are you aware of any YSL members' homes being targeted following Donovan Thomas's murder?
I think January 10th, if I'm not mistaken, Copeland mother-in-law house got shot up, but that's about it.
And how'd you learn about that?
Copeland.
Did anyone else within YSL make you aware that either their home or their family's homes were shot at or targeted following Donovan Thomas's murder?
No.
How often did you hang or associate with Quindarius Zachary?
Me and Quindarius hung a lot.
What do you describe as a lot?
Not every day, but on normal days, like every other day.
Every other day since what year would you say?
I don't remember the year, Miss Love.
Fair enough. Were you hanging together that often in 2015?
Yes.
All right. Did you know who Quindarius Zachary was dating in 2015?
Yes.
All right. Are you aware of whether or not she was ever targeted by any member of IF gang during 2015?
No, I don't know if she was ever targeted by If gang. I wouldn't say that.
Was she ever targeted by anybody?
I don't know.
Did you and Quindarius Zachary ever go out to retaliate against anyone who had shot at or targeted his girlfriend?
No, I never been anywhere with Quindarius to shoot at nobody about no girl.
How many times have you been with Quindarius to shoot at anybody about anything?
The only incident we pleaded guilty to.
And if you would talk about pleas of guilty to you, because we can't talk about anybody else's plea.
Well, you asked me and I told you.
I'm
That's the
asking
only
simply how
incident.
many. Okay. Is it accurate to say that you cannot and are not able to say that the persons charged in this indictment with the murder of Donovan Thomas guilty are not guilty, didn't do that murder?
I can't say if they guilty or not guilty.